Many Americans and many people worldwide don't even know Pacific Island peoples exist. American schools, textbooks, and teachers often don't even mention America's other indigenous people, their territories, or their histories. What most Americans do know is often romanticized ideas about island paradises and tourist hotspots. In real life, these Pacific Island nations were seized by outsiders, by America, Britain, Germany, Japan, France, Spain, Portugal, New Zealand, and the Netherlands. These islands were taken for military bases, for resources, plantations, and local labor. The takeovers were often very violent, and also with high death rates from disease. Most invaders had no intention of ever giving any of these people independence, the vote, or civil rights. Some only became independent as recently as the 1990s. Some remain under outsider control even today, and are denied the vote and civil rights. Some Pacific Islanders have become minorities in their own homelands, their languages and religions at times banned, their young forcibly assimilated. But it did not have to be this way. These islands could have remained independent nations. The colonizers could have been defeated or convinced to give independence. Some could have become states with full rights or autonomy within the nations that invaded them. Some Pacific Island people could even become leaders within the colonial powers. My name is Al Carroll. I'm Associate Professor of History at Northern Virginia Community College. I've written mostly about wars, veterans, human rights, and genocide. My next history book will be Genocide Denial in America, about the 7 genocides against indigenous people that took place in the U.S. that most people were never taught about, don't know, or deny. I've also written some science fiction, mostly alternate history. One story, Timely Saviors, appeared in a short story collection, The Witness Paradox. I'm also, together with Rob Schmidt of Blue Corn Comics, editing and putting out a short story alternate history collection, What If Natives Won? I've also written a sci-fi alternate history book, The Man in Black, the first of a series. These are the scenarios and points of departure that we will be discussing in this series. Number 1. A European power seizes Hawaii. Spain in 1542, Russia in 1814, Great Britain in 1874. Number 2. Samoa's independence. Number 3. Guam's independence. Number 4. Samoa and Guam become U.S. states. Number 5. Micronesia gains its independence sooner. Number 6. Hawaii stays independent. Number 7. The Philippines are independent sooner. Number 8. A German-occupied Philippines, followed by Japan occupying the Philippines. Number 9. The Philippines become U.S. states. Number 10. An independent Maori nation. Number 11. Polynesia and New Caledonia become independent. Number 12. Okinawa, or the Ryukyu Islanders, and the Ainu gain independence. Number 13. Taiwan becomes an American colony, its people remaining primarily indigenous, and eventually independent. Number 14. There is no nuclear testing in the Pacific, on Pacific Islands, occupied by indigenous people. Number 15. East Timor avoids genocide. Number 16. West Papua becomes independent. Number 17. There is no global warming, or far less of it, or global warming ends far sooner. And number 18. Who could be the first Pacific Islander American president? Please repost freely, like, and share. This has been Pacific Island Victory. Next time we will discuss what if Spain, Russia, or Britain seized Hawaii.